Hello and welcome back to Factorio. Last episode, I didn't notice it until after the episode was live, but it was the 20th episode of the series. Fun stuff, great stuff, and now we're starting to get to oil, which probably should have been done in the 5th episode or so. Maybe not the 5th, but earlier anyways. I'm not gonna spend so much time down here, so I don't really bother all that much with the underground things, the underground pipes. But usually I would, especially if it's close to where I spend my time, I would go for undergrounds everywhere, but that's very expensive in the long run. As for how to get back to the base with this stuff, oil's going to take a tremendous amount of space in the long run. Not from the get-go, but eventually it will. So I want to have like a designated oil area in general. And there are several places where that might be viable. To be honest, we could have one over here where we have both copper and iron in order to make batteries, in order to make plastics is coal. I don't remember. Is it? We can check the coal. Yeah. So over here we have all the resources needed in order to set up a sort of designated oil area. Whilst over here we have the main bus, so we'd have to ship the finished products all the way over here, which is a hassle. Sure, but at least here we'd have enough space and we wouldn't have to worry about space as much. We could even fill in this little water hole over here and that sort it out right away. Of course, the first things we'll work on once we get there is most certainly going to be the advanced oil processing. This where is it? This little beauty here. There we go. It's further up than I thought. This will be the first thing to do because then we can, at least I do, especially early oil, I always end up with a lot greater need for petroleum gas than for either heavy oil or light oil, and as a result of that, that's how I like to do it. And you don't want to back up your system with oil products you can't use. Another possibility for oil would be down here, but there's a lot of cliffs, which is going to be fun because we will do some fun stuff with that in terms of defenses, but it's not that fun in the middle of oil production area. So, without any more delays, let's just get started. We'll put down, I think, oil refinery over here somewhere. Although that's a lot of trees, though, which isn't, my favorite object in the world. But we'll figure something out over there. I think. Now, for the oil station, and this track will have to be double tracked pretty quickly. Oops, it worked. No, never mind. It's all right. Oil station is going to be here, and it's going to go up, and it's going to go across. And up here, we're also going to have, or this is going to be a double station because we're also going to have uranium coming in from here, going over towards wherever nuclear power will end up being once we get to nuclear power. I'm gonna need some pumps for sure. Do I have any more train stops? I do. Wonderful stuff. Where would be ish middle here, like say, give or take. Now I know that a lot of people say don't store oil. In my we call it, in my experience, it depends on a lot on why you would be storing oil. Storing oil for the purpose of storing oil is useless, basically. Don't do it. You're only gonna make your own life worse. But in terms of, okay, I want to fill up an oil train, you need oil storage if you're gonna fill up the trains quicker, or at a semi-quick rate. So what I like to do is to place down one of these per oil wagon, so to speak. Not so to speak. That is how it goes. And this was not lined up, so let's remove that. Like that, I think, and like this, and this. There we go. No, there we don't go. Alright, that's all good. There? Is that gonna connect up? I don't know. It looks like that's all good. All good. We're gonna need to move these back a little. Something like that. Tick. Means that this also needs to move back ever so slightly. Something is getting attacked. That's luckily a turret. It's great. And just like this. Tried to make it look somewhat civilized. Oops. There we go. Like that. At least the oil train is now hooked up, which is the most important part. And in the other end of this line, we'll make a very small solid fuel crafting area, so that the train can go run on solid fuel. And which, you know, in all honesty, I almost never use solid fuel at all, except for, of course, when you get to the rocket and you need it because there's no other way. But you know, on a general basis, almost never do. And the reason for that is that I think coal works just fine. Now I realize that my way of doing it is really no, you know, it's not the ideal way. You could do it differently, save resources, save a lot of stuff. But you know, every Factorio player has their own niche, their own way of doing it, so to speak. Which is kind of what makes it so fun, because you know, you can watch someone play it, and you're like, what the crapsicle is this all about? You know. Am I gonna bring the? I'm not gonna bring the train up right away. I'm gonna try one up there, and then I'm gonna place down some sort of here with a forest. So difficult to see in the night. I'm gonna place down some sort of a preliminary. Oops. Early on station facility thing, I think. And it's most likely going to be somewhere around here, because we'll have space to, you know, smelt stuff. We'll have, you know, great area, a lot of space for everything, basically. So let's just, I don't know, like here, maybe? IT robots would have been nice. I'm gonna run back up again, and I'm gonna grab the car, and I'm gonna try to clear our way through the trees, I think. Right about there. Not really sure if I saved any time here, but feels a lot better. Alright. That should be enough space for train tracks. No, further down. Down, down, down. Hmm. And something is again getting destroyed somewhere. It wasn't getting destroyed, it was just getting attacked. Just fine. And I'm very happy to note that we've managed to do quite a bit now without, you know, buyer interference, which is pretty darn nice. It's a good change for once, positive change. There we go. It's at least one direction hooked up, and then we'll of course have the return track eventually. I did not have any fuel on me. That was wise. But alright. These are filling up ever so slightly, or ever so slowly. I'm gonna make it a little longer in case might want some longer trains eventually. Because there's a lot of oil there. A whole bunch of it. See, that wouldn't be enough space. Let's not like that. Control said function would have been awesome. Again, that's really not the amount of space we're going for. Let's start from this end. We can use this as and needs one extra on that side, one extra on this side. Oh, just needs one extra. Sorry. So that means train tracks should be able to come down here-ish. Like that. There we go. That's not gonna stay there. Just a measurement unit for and outer rails. That's okay though. That is completely fine. It was just a measurement unit to make sure that we could have row ports in the middle. Now the layout here is not the best because we want most of the stuff happening on the right side here rather than the left, because the left is full of forests. But we can always do underground pipes. Let's see. Train signal. Down, 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 down. Like here. Or this general area. And let's put a train there just to let's make it easier to see what's happening. Wrong wagons. 1, 2, and 3, at least to start with. We will bring it out on this side, I think, because we'll have to go wide with the train tracks coming down here. Anyways, in order to actually, we could have never mind. Well, thank you, but no thank you. And then we'll do the train stop, of course, on the other side. It's a better solution to things. Where's the car? It's up here. Alright. Up we go. And back to the base we go. Now it's crazy to see, or you know, it's noteworthy how much of a difference it makes, or in terms of what you can have done in you know, this kind of episode versus or not episode wise, but in terms of you know, the buyers are attacking, the buyers are not attacking. When the buyers are, or when the buyers are attacking, but they're attacking the defenses. It's like you can do. Ooh, that was close. What was I thinking? All right, but you can do so much more. You don't have to run forth and back all the time in order to put out some fire, some sort or some description. What? I told these guys to stop working, didn't I? There we go. And while we're passing by, just out of reach. There we go. Picking up that. And where are my train tracks? How many? 600? Probably a good start. And in there, please. What else will we be needing? We can fill up on some assembly machines. Like that. Anything else? We're gonna want some. We have plenty of those. We can take all of those because that's something that really. Ooh, that was a lot though. See, if I'd limited this chest from the get-go, it would have been fine. But I didn't, so it's not. And we can steal quite a few of these. Actually, we'll steal all of them. I think like that. Anything else? No, I think we're good. Still have 2 trains. We're gonna want some signals eventually, but well, we might as well bring that along while we're here. Where are those signals at? Here they are. Bring half a stack of these and half a stack of these. Like that. Repair this thing while we're here. Alright, before we go hook up the rest of the oil, we might want to look into you know, getting stuff ready for oil in terms of blue signs and red circuits. And the reason being that we're gonna need advanced oil processing pretty darn quick. So if we don't, every oil product will cease operations. And that's not good. Not good at all. Oops. Okay, we'll need some medium power poles too then, before we run on back. There we go. And I should also look into whether or not we need big power poles going back. It's those. Let's run on up and get some more supplies for that part. Now I am 99% sure that I put assembly for power poles here somewhere. Where is it though? What? Ah! Where are you? Yeah, I heard ya. There we go. Shouldn't be celebrating the lack of buyers too soon. I take it. Almost lost 400 buyers ammo, which would not have been cool. Very uncool. But alright. It's still the same thing. Wonderful. Wonderful might be stretching it, but sure. Did I really not put down a medium and large power pole assembly? It's not over here. That would be weird. Not. Alright, well, time to do that then. This would have been a perfect place for medium power poles and large power poles. I think it has been here. I just think it's gotten changed back into what the original blueprint said it should be, I suppose. I think maybe that's something that's changed now. That if you plonk stuff like this, and there we go. If you do that, then it also overrides what's already there. That's kind of annoying. No, and big power poles, and you're gonna be. We don't have that yet, but the substations, I think. Aha. Actually, what I can do, just do, see this, and then this. There we go. All right. Sure. It's gonna be fine. Now I came up here for other reasons though. Grabbing those. 50 is probably enough. Grab a few half stacks of those and a couple of those. Anything else we need? Probably some more assembly machines. And grab a couple of half stacks of that. Power poles, please. Where's this happening? Here. Went well. We won. Great stuff. big power poles wise, how are we doing? None? Is that it? Is that how it's going? Right, we can put these things in here. We'll grab the 50 we got. There we are. Anyways, I think we'll leave it there for now. I'll be sure to post this pretty quickly after it's made. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe. If you want to stay up to date on all things average, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Maybe even hit that bell button in order to get a notification when new stuff is coming out. So without further ado, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. Cheerio.